our aorta. We have an ascending aorta, the aortic arch, and then I've got a descending aorta. But this is also called your thoracic aorta. On the other side of here's our diaphragm. On your other side of your diaphragm, we've got your abdominal aorta. And it goes all the way down until it hits the iliac. So this is abdominal. Coming off the abdominal aorta, you've got this 3 branches, and that's how you know this is your celiac trunk. Right below your celiac trunk is your superior mesenteric artery. And then all the way down here, leading to the colon, and this is your clue, is your inferior mesenteric artery. Okay? Okay, so we have an external iliac artery, and we have internal iliac arteries.
And is that the same with the human? The inferior goes...
We have a common, and the cat does not.
Okay, so I should cross this
What
out
is
for you
it?
then?
No,
here?
no, I was talking about the mesenteric.
Oh, inferior mesenteric artery?
That's the same
Yeah.
as humans. It goes to the colon, right?
It
The
does.
inferior. Okay.
Yeah.
So their functions.
So, and we could put the colon in its right place, and then it would even be in the same orientation.
Right.
Okay? And don't forget your renal arteries below the renal veins. But we'll come back to the veins. So coming off the abdominal aorta is your renal artery as well. Okay, let's go back up top. Coming off the arch, we've got a brachiocephalic trunk and our left subclavian. Okay, and this, beneath this vena cava, the brachiocephalic trunk branches into common carotids. We've got left and right, and ours is a little different. The branches at the subclavian a little higher than normal. Okay, that's kind of a genetic anomaly in this cat. But coming off of the brachiocephalic trunk, you usually find the common carotids and the right subclavian. Yep. Okay, so let's go back to this subclavian, coming from, again, the aortic arch all the way, and when it hits this branch, it becomes your axillary, and then it becomes your brachial artery. Okay, so axillary artery after this branch, before this one, brachial after that. Did I get this right? Okay. And then we've got the intercostal arteries, just little thin red lines along the ribs. Okay, did we get everything on the artery list? Okay, let's go to veins. Coming off the heart from the top is your superior vena cava. It branches into the left and right brachiocephalic. Yeah, that's just brachiocephalic veins, not trunk. Our cat does not have an internal jugular that's intact, but know that if there is an internal jugular, it's much smaller and it's on the inside. And then we've got the external jugulars on both sides, so left and right. The thick one going up into the neck is your left and right external jugulars. Let's see, what else we need to know. Okay, so brachiocephalic at the branch becomes axillary. Yep, and let's do this side. So here's our branch, here's our axillary, here's another branch. This is where the brachial vein starts. So between the branches, the axillary, think armpit, then brachial, which means arm.
And then the subclavian.
Okay, oh.
Where's the subclavian?
It's closer than the brachii.
Okay. So brachiocephalic, subclavian, axillary, brachial.
Okay.
Sorry if I confused you there. Let's see. What else?
You said vena cava, hepatic.
Okay, so you can see on ours is this is part of the inferior vena cava coming out of the heart. And I guess we don't need to know the azygos.
Well, we can go back and...
If you need to know where it is, the azygos is under here, coming up into the superior vena cava. Okay, so back to the inferior vena cava. throughout all the abdomen, there's the word, we find the inferior vena cava. Okay, coming off the inferior vena cava, we've got renal veins, and then we have all the way down here, about the same place we have the iliac veins, we've got the internal and external iliac veins, not just arteries. So the blue are the veins, obviously. So,
Are these referred to as common? The
um,
veins?
No, no comments.
sounds like not.
Okay.
No comments.
Okay. Let's not forget,
What is that?
the yellow is the hepatic portal. You can see how it's coming from the colon, it's coming from the small intestines, and it's going into our liver. Is a really good spot over here. So we've got different lobes of the liver, and we've got different parts of this hepatic portal vein that's going into the liver. So, anything else?
No.
Which one's the hepatic vein?
We don't have to know it on the cat, but on the people, well, you can see it here. It's a vein going into the liver at the top from the vena cava. Or, well, it's leading to the vena cava. So the hepatic portal vein takes food or nutrients and everything that needs to be filtered from the intestines and into the liver, and then the hepatic veins take all that filtered blood into the inferior vena cava up to the heart.
And then one little tidbit too is this, all this clear stuff in between your intestines, that's your mesentery.
So
That's
when you
why
think
it's
about
called
inferior,
mesentery, because it's coming through the mesentery into
Mesentery.
your
Okay.
and love
intestines.
making connections.
This
Right.
is your mesentery.
Okay, so,
Cool.
okay.
And
So need to see anything else again?
So that, was that the inferior mesentery or the,
Well, that's
what is
probably,
this? What is this?
that's your intestines?
Yep, so which
So-
one would it go to?
So it's the superior.
yeah. And there's still some mesentery down here
Oh, yeah,
From the colon?
in the colon.
Okay, inferior.
there normally would be a lot in there.
I think so.
Okay. This cat, I wish it were, I hope it's used like for everything on the practical.
Yeah.
Right.
It'd
But,
be easier.
but it's
Still
gonna
good
all
though.
be very similar. I mean, like, he's not gonna pick a jugular, internal jugular that's not there. You know, it's gonna have
What
to
is
be
in
there.
here? Nothing.
Yeah. What's missing?
What's supposed to be here?
Oh, I don't know.
So, so,
Actually, I'm still having a
I
hard
know,
time
okay, so I
identifying the
wish I had gotten that
axillary
right the first
and
time. So we've got this superior vena cava to brachiocephalic to subclavian to axillary to brachial.
Okay. Can you do the artery as well? Okay.
The artery's different.
Yeah.
So we've got subclavian all along this side, and then we've got the brachiocephalic trunk that goes to the left and right common carotids, and then a subclavian for our cat is up farther, and it's kind of hard to see, so he would not look at this cat for that
Right.
subclavian, because
Got it.
that's too tricky.
Great. Okay.
What else? You guys good?
I think so.
You gonna ace this thing?
We'll try.